Happy New Year. Well, it is 2022. Thanks for tuning in. I am going to start the new year with a new segment called, I don't know, Ask Dan. I was going to call it viewer mail, but it's not mail. It's questions that you guys have given me. My YouTube channel here has been online and up and running for a little over a year and a half now. So we've had a few milestones, and I've gotten a lot of questions from you guys, which I love. And let me just say thank you so much for all the kind comments that you've left over the last year in 2021. It's just really makes me want to do better things for you when I get all the great encouragement, wonderful comments. Yeah, it's lovely. So keep them coming. I love it, and I'm happy to help. I'm happy to give you guys all the information that you need, all the information that I have. 20 plus years in the business as a working actor. I also have a website, danwarnermedia.com, where I do private coaching. I'm going to continue to do that this year. I also have some great tutorials and tips, and I have a great letter there. It's a PDF letter that you can download on how to get an agent. It's a great introduction letter. That's one of the key things to getting an agent, is a really great introduction letter, and you can find it there on danwarnermedia.com. So let's get to the viewer mail, as it were. Paul from Little Rock, Arkansas wrote me this last year and said, "What is or was the hardest part about becoming an actor?" Great question, Paul. Here you go. I'd say the hardest part for me, and the hardest part I think in general, based on other actors that I've spoken to about becoming an actor and being an actor, is managing your expectations. I have talked about this before, but managing your expectations is wildly important. You have this thought of how it should go. You have a dream of how you want it to go. And then there's how it goes. And they don't always align. They don't always line up. And so managing your expectations about being an actor, and quite frankly, for those of you who have been doing it a while, managing your expectations about the new year, because that's also something that people, they go into the new year and they've got goals written down, they've got their wind jar ready, they've got all their hopes and dreams, and they wrote all their goals out and they're ready to go. And then, February rolls around and nothing's happening. And they're like, well, shit, this is just going to be like last year. And it's like, no, it's not going to be like last year. That's a defeatist attitude, and stop doing that. Damn it. Because, you've got to move ahead. You've got to press forward with all your goals and your plans, and you have to continue to make strides. Listen, you have a goal, and then you should have tasks attached to that goal to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Also, habits attached to those tasks. And so, there's a whole thing, and I spoke about it in my last video. There's thousands of goal-setting books out there and software and all of that. And so find one that's good for you. But I would say, getting back to the question, managing your expectations, very, very important. And then the other thing that's wildly difficult is the waiting. And I've quoted Tom Petty before, the waiting is the hardest part. And God, it's true, man. The waiting sometimes is tough. And so I like to preoccupy myself with other projects, writing my own material. I'm a photographer, so doing my photography, creative outlets, which will preoccupy my mind. When I'm idle, when I'm just sitting there doing nothing, waiting for the phone to ring, never wait for the phone to ring. Never, ever wait for the phone to ring. Just go do something. Write something, perform something, help someone else. Go onto that Facebook site where they talk about there's a Facebook page on readers, and so you join that Facebook page, and if someone needs a reader, then go read for them. It's going to help you keep your tools sharp. Here's another one. As COVID dissipates, which it's not, but there are a few casting offices out there that are up and running. Find out who they are. Find out what they're doing, and find out if they need an intern. Find out if they need someone for free to go in and help them file paperwork or help with the audio equipment or whatever they need. In doing that, you're going to learn the ins and outs of casting. It's going to make you a more valuable actor. It's also going to stop you from sitting around waiting for the phone to ring. So Paul, the waiting is the hardest part. Managing your expectations is tough. And so there's ways around that. And so those are a couple of things that you can do, that you should do to manage your expectations and stop the waiting, and thicken your skin a little bit, because it's going to be a journey. So that was Paul from Little Rock. I hope that answers your question, Paul. Okay, Lori from Bakersfield writes, and this is a pretty timely one. Do you have to be vaccinated to become an actor, or to be an actor, or work as an actor? That's a tough one. The short answer is no, you don't. But more and more, I have been getting breakdowns when I have auditions to put on tape saying you must be fully vaccinated to work on this project. And you're going to find that more and more. I would say no is the short answer. I would say yes is probably the correct answer. So yes, you probably have to be. I mean, you don't have to be, but if you want to work, there's going to be projects. Just, get vaccinated. I don't know what your stance is on this, but just get vaccinated. It's not going to kill you, and you'll work, because the projects out there are for people who are vaccinated, and I won't get into all the pros and cons, anti or pro or any of that. I just will answer the question. Yeah, good idea to get vaccinated. There you go, Lori. I hope you're vaccinated, and I hope you work a lot in 2022. Okay, Jack from Buffalo, New York says, what would you be if you weren't an actor? And this is not really an acting question, but I'll answer you quickly, Jack. I would be a director. I love all aspects of filmmaking, and I'd probably be a director. I'm also a photographer, so that's an easy one. I would slip right into being a photographer. I do that for, it was not originally my goal to be a professional photographer. It just sort of was a hobby that morphed into a career, and I continue to do it to this day. It's a great creative outlet also. And I would be a professional golfer. The only thing that kept me from actually becoming a professional golfer and touring as a professional golfer was talent, skill, talent, and I was not very good at golf. Those are the only things. And I would be a drummer in a rock and roll band. I'd do that too if I wasn't an actor. But I'm an actor, and that's how that goes. Thanks, Jack. That was a great question. Okay, Linda from Great Falls asked, how has your life changed since becoming an actor? So many ways. It took the place of going to college and getting my psychology degree. You become such a student of human behavior, and you learn so many valuable sort of life lessons. I did anyway after I became an actor, and you look at the world in a different way. And my photography also helped this way also. Like if I'm driving down the street and I look and I see this really janky, dirty alley with a dumpster at the end and graffiti and the lights shining just a certain way, I don't see this gross, awful alley. I think, that would be an interesting place to shoot this one scene that I was thinking about or that I wrote. I look at them now as locations, photo locations, or a location to shoot something or to film something. And so your mindset changes. Mine did anyway, after becoming an actor. Things that I thought were ugly before have become beautiful. People that I would maybe judge before, I just find them interesting now. And I try to learn from them. If they're saying something that I don't agree with or I don't appreciate, I listen better. I become a much better listener, and I look at people, and you become a sort of a psychiatrist, psychologist in a way. Someone says, "Well, I never do this." It's like, well, they probably do that. If you didn't ask them and they just spout out. One of my friends fell the other day and bruised his ribs. And I said, "Are you okay?" He goes, "Yeah, it's not like I was, I wasn't drunk. I just fell." And I thought, I didn't ask you if you were drunk, but, so you weren't drunk? No. I'd had a couple of my, okay. So I just, I didn't call him on it, but I thought, okay, he doth protest too much. You become a little bit of a trained psychologist, psychiatrist. You learn about human behavior. You find beauty in more things. Obviously, the money helps you have a better lifestyle. There's thousands of ways that acting has changed my life for the better, and that those are just a few. And everyone is different, but it's made me a better person, I think. It's made me want to give back. It's made me more empathetic towards people. So there's tons of stuff. There's tons of great things that have happened to me after I became an actor. I've got a bunch more of these, but I think we're out of time for now because I don't want to drone on and on about them. But I will be doing this as a regular episode, and it's called, what did I say it was called? I don't know. Ask Dan. That's gonna be the name of it. Hey, listen, if you like this video, hit the like button. Happy 2022. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to be on viewer mail, or I don't know, Ask Dan segment, put them in the questions and comments section below, and I may highlight and talk about one of your questions or comments. If you have not subscribed to my channel, well, I'm going to cut the subscriptions off next month. No, I'm not going to, but you should subscribe to my channel anyway. Visit danwarnermedia.com, and listen, let's have a fantastic 2022. I'm going to be here every week, sometimes twice a week, spewing all this fantastic knowledge for you. Let's have a great year, and I will see you next week on another episode of The Dick Van Dyke Show. Yeah, I've thought of more, so get ready. Da 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 da.